Gotta work hard to make sure that we continue Florida going in a good direction. Let's build off the success we've had on Governor Scott. The last thing we need to do is to monkey this up.
What?
The hell are you talking about?
Oh,
that was your cue.
I thought you. I didn't know we were doing it live.
We literally just went through this.
Nigga,
Steve,
you played the clip.
Back?
You played the clip the first time.
Run it back. Just start from the beginning.
I am going to run it back now, but I did. Hey, yo, let's get it.
All right,
we just did this. I'm not going to play the button. It's you. It's you live.
That's not what we did in practice. All right.
Oh, my gosh, Michael. All right. We're going to do it again, Steve.
Gotta work hard to make sure that we continue Florida going in a good direction. Let's build off the success we've had on Governor Scott. The last thing we need to do is to monkey this up.
What?
The hell are you talking about?
Hey, yo, let's get it.
Y'all remember this shit?
Nigga, I'm about to boogie on these motherfuckers.
Classic, man.
I'm about to go in on the rapping part. Check it. Hey, yo, this just an introduction before I blow your mind. The show is all of that, and that's we do it all the time. So sit your booty on the floor in a chair. Something, yeah. Just don't go nowhere. Cause everything you do, ain't all that. We entertaining you. Ain't all that. My posse and my crew. Hey.
That's definitely classic, man.
Oh my goodness.
That's when life was good and shit.
Damn right.
Niggas wake up and they Barney drawers and shit.
I never had Barney drawers.
Man, you're not a real nigga. Or Power Ranger drawers, whatever you
Fruity
prefer.
Pebbles out and
That's
shit.
the expensive shit. Y'all niggas had that.
Bullshit. Might have a hole at the waistband and shit. And then you go and watch it all that. That shit is classic.
Oh yeah. What up? Welcome back, guys, to the Hunt Club Podcast. This is episode 18.
18 of the things.
Got Austin to my right.
Am I really to you right? Yeah.
You are to my right.
Yeah, nigga.
I got Mike in front of me. What's up, Mike?
Hello, world.
Got Steve on the audio. We got Will on the visuals, right?
Will is on the visuals.
Will's on the visuals.
And shout out
Dwayne-
to Steve. He just won an award for a movie that he not produced for his audio. It was an audio award for
shit.
Steve. So shout out to Steve. Let's give a
Shout
round of
out.
applause.
And a round of applause.
We gotta get the name of it so we can officially promote his shit. But congratulations, man.
Congrats,
That's
Steve.
dope as hell.
Awesome, man. You've been taking care of us too. Pause.
All three of us at once. Good job.
Three of y'all.
But nah, man, I'm happy to be back. I see you guys had a fucking crazy show, an informative show.
Oh, that's
last few
that
weeks.
show.
Shout out to Roman B too. That was a
to
wild
Roman B.
shit.
I'm mad I missed that shit. To be honest,
You
with
might be lucky you did miss that
Yeah,
shit.
we sound the stupidest shit. Yeah,
Nah, I mean the shit that had to come out. I did
Yeah.
not expect to be telling that story.
Yeah, I'm not good on self-reflection. Yeah.
Y'all niggas sound horrible. It was definitely
Messy.
a face to palm moment. Listen to y'all niggas respond and fumble over your words.
Like,
Like,
these
what the
niggas
fuck?
know nothing about themselves.
Right. But no, I'm happy to be back. I don't know if you guys mentioned that I came back from Vegas, dope ass trip.
But
how
now we know you were. No, we didn't mention that. But yes, you went to
Thank you,
Vegas.
but I was in
How was
Vegas.
Vegas?
It was cool. It was definitely somewhere that you would go high as shit off coke. If you do like prostitutes and paying for pussy, that is the place for you.
Did you do
Do
that?
they have them on the strip up and down that's lined up?
I don't know. I mean, you couldn't really, like in Baltimore and South Baltimore and shit, you can say like that bitch is a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? You can they stand out. But then in Vegas,
I don't assume that with my queens.
Uh-huh.
All women are queens. What are you
well,
talking
I mean,
about?
in South Baltimore, they attack you saying they're selling pussy. They will tell you.
Well, that's true. Well, with the drugs, they definitely.
Exactly. But in Vegas, it's just more. It's high class prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
They're escorts, right?
Yeah, they're
that's
escorts.
escort. You can't call them hookers. They're escorts.
Yeah, I mean those escorts are definitely wifey material if you have the right dollar amount.
I don't know about all that shit,
but yeah, I mean I had a good time. I'm happy to be back, but at the same time I'm happy I had the experience. I missed you guys, missed the show. So
I think this is the first time the gang's been back in like a month. All three of us.
Yeah.
all three.
All three of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
This y'all niggas bad.
But yeah,
Stop this sensitive shit.
yeah. Let's get back into some real shit.
But yeah, I wanted to. We started all that because taking us down memory lane.
Right. Shout out to Rocket Power.
No, not shout out to Rocket Power.
Shout
that
out
was
to fucking-
That was after
our
we
generation,
grew
bro.
up and shit. He talking.
Nigga, you did not watch Rocket Power?
No, I swear to God.
Rocket Power was like early middle school, late elementary.
You still watching?
I already saw my first pair of titties, and I was like all for cartoons.
Yeah,
I was
you
watching
also
porn and cartoons at the same time.
but not Rocket
like
Power.
anime porn.
Not
You just
hentai.
mashed-
Hmm?
That's hentai. No, I'm just saying.
I didn't know what was the difference.
Oh, hentai.
Oh, yeah, you ain't watch it, but you know the difference and shit.
No, I need to. We need to learn it. Go ahead.
Nigga, hentai is like cartoon porn. Fuck it.
So what's the difference between anime porn?
Whoa. Oh no, never mind.
I don't know.
No, get into it. You had a whole thought process.
No. I mean, I thought you were just
search.
talking.
So when you search, do you say? You pick hentai
well, anime
over anime?
porn is like fucking characters like DBZ or some shit like that.
Dragon Ball
hentai
Z,
is like some made up shit. Or the monster that got a dick or some shit like
so
that.
So the shit that the ad at the top with the 3D pussy and shit.
Yo, they like fucking a lizard.
Fucking
and shit.
monsters. Is that hentai or anime?
Yo, that shit fucks me
weird.
up. I go straight to full screen when I see that shit. That shit fucks. It's like distracting. You just see like a monster fucking a girl with like a 3-foot dick.
Nigga, did you see the Alex Jones shit where he said
oh yeah,
some tranny shit on
yeah.
It was an ad. He was researching something.
I watched a ton of porn and never once has some tranny shit popped up on my fucking.
He said that shit pops up hundreds of times. It does. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because you beating off thousands of times.
That's funny.
Right. I mean, it's going off your algorithms, search history shit, nigga.
That shit was literally the last window that he was in. That shit is crazy.
Yo, he thought he was so slick. But we off topic. I wanted to get back to like all that while we started with all that. There is a new
porn.
Straight into porn, right? Tranny porn.
The VRV app has now, I guess they purchased or they partnered with NickSplat, who does the vintage 90s Nickelodeon TV shows. So now they incorporated that NickSplat channel onto the streaming app. So you can download the app and it goes straight to your phone, just straight nostalgia. Whenever you just look at your bills and you just get sad and you just want to go back to Saturday mornings in mama's living room and shit with no care in the world.
No bills, nigga. I
No,
got shit to
nothing,
do.
shit.
No responsibilities. I got to be nowhere.
So they got all of those shows back on that app so you stream whenever you want to, which made me think like you guys' favorite Nickelodeon shows grow. We're probably your top 5.
My top 5. Definitely Rugrats. It was number one. Fucking love.
Overrated. Oh, definitely overrated.
Fucking
What
mouth.
the fuck are you talking
Watch
about?
your mouth.
Rugrats.
Talking about some
Rugrats
rocket
was-
power, but then you disrespect
Yo,
Rugrats?
Rocket Power is
What?
shitting on Rugrats.
I can't even argue 'cause I never watched this shit.
Yeah, it was trash. I mean, as a nigga growing up in you from West Baltimore and we
supposedly,
from the
yeah.
East,
we
West
still
side
got
of the
good
railroad.
I couldn't relate to
He ain't
Rocket Power.
certified.
Rocket Power was what a bunch of young kids from California that skateboarded all day. How the fuck do I relate
Look like
to
they
that?
smoke weed all day.
That's true. They probably was. Like,
Oh, the one like a
nasty.
surfer dude.
Like a little
that's
surf
sitting-
shit.
That shit was
That's all
trash,
this is.
bro.
I
Like,
had no
trash.
idea.
but let me
Rocket-
get back to my list. So I had Rugrats. Definitely Doug was the shit. What's the dog looking dude?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco's Modern Life was fucking a
That shit
classic
should not
and
be on
shit.
Nickelodeon.
Right,
Yeah.
Rocco's Modern Life, and I'm gonna just do one more.
That was.
I mean, I
you
said
did
one
like,
more.
You did Doug, Rugrats, Rocco's Modern Life. That's 3.
How many was I supposed to do?
5. That's your top 5 in no
Oh,
particular
top
order.
5. I said Doug. I mean, I can't think of 5 straight off the top of the head.
All the
But I don't. But was Power Rangers on Nickelodeon?
that was
Hell no,
Fox,
that-
nigga.
that was
But
what you doing.
yeah. But definitely all that was definitely.
all that,
but
of
all
course,
that was.
he started the show.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
shit.
But that was one of the best shows on that. And then it's gonna slip my mind.
we like Clarissa Explains It All, low key.
I ain't like
Low
that
key.
shit.
You ain't
Low
going-
key, I
low
did.
key.
I liked it.
I needed the female point of view.
That was like the wasn't it like the white sister, and they had a dude that climbed through the
Basically,
window too. Yeah,
It was definitely fucking.
Yeah,
That's
but that's the only ones that can come. I know it wasn't 5, but y'all can.
Mike, what's your top 5? Why you googling?
I'm looking
Why
them
you
up.
googling
I'm
Nickelodeon?
looking
like
them up.
shit, bro.
Well,
I'm
mine's,
looking up.
mine's was similar to Austin's. It was Doug, Rugrats. Are You Afraid of the Dark was my shit.
That
Real
might be
shit.
that
Are
might
You
be
Afraid
the
of the
one.
Dark was some real shit.
That
I mean,
was
look
it.
at it now. She was mad dumb.
I had to watch that shit during the day.
All that, of
Hell,
course.
Nigga, go ahead.
And Guts, because we grew up in. We grew up playing sports, so I always dreamt of being on Guts, man, competing. I always
play that
thought I
shit-
could win that
Guts.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on that shit right now, honestly.
All right, so I'm going Rocco's Modern Life, Keenan and Kel, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Doug, and what was that last one?
iCarly.
Fuck you. Cousin Skeeter might come in.
Cousin
there.
Skeeter, what is
boy,
you
like,
didn't grow up?
like,
That's what I'm saying. Up in those times,
Yo,
bro.
Cousin Skeeter came on between 1998 and 2001. That's between 10
Nigga,
and
you were like
13.
11.
Nigga.
But now that because you cheated, because it couldn't
Nigga,
be your
I don't
favorite show if you looked at the
I'm not
list.
too sure what happened
Do
yesterday.
you remember
let alone in the fucking 90s.
Real Monsters was
Real Monsters, but
Real
I had
Monsters
the top
was-
5. So many shows, though.
That's what I'm saying. Once you start looking at the list, and I mean, I'm
Legends
looking
of
at
the
a lot
Hidden
shit.
Temple. I
wouldn't consider that like a, that's a
was
game
definitely-
show, not like cartoon.
But I always wanted to be on those shows. Maybe that's just
Yeah,
me
I always
wanting
thought
to
I could
compete
win
and
and
shit.
shit.
Nigga, I'm like, I could win that shit.
I'm
Them
gonna snatch
motherfuckers
the
don't-
boogie out
Right.
that motherfucker.
How the fuck can't you twist the monkey? That shit pissed me
Shit
off.
was easy as fuck.
Dudes come through kidnapping the kids
Are you
and shit.
afraid of
That
the
was fucked
dark?
up.
How about As Told by Ginger? You remember that show?
Please cut his mic
What
off.
the fuck was that?
I don't
You
even
don't
know.
remember
Never
As
heard
Told by
that shit.
Ginger?
I
You
never.
do.
Never heard
Adventures
that
of Pete
shit.
and Pete, all that shit.
Adventures of Pete and Pete was real shit.
I know I've seen that, but I don't remember
I
watching that
watched
show.
that for you.
Hey Arnold, we forgetting
Hey,
Hey
Arnold.
Arnold.
It doesn't make my top 5 though.
But go ahead, do your top 5 because now we just reading that list.
I already did my top 5.
Oh,
I did Rugrats, Doug, all that. Are You Afraid of the Dark and Guts?
Cat Dog.
Cat dog.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
Rocko's Modern Life has to be in there, yo, because that
It's
was
not. I mean,
It
it's
has
so
to be
many.
in there.
I'm just thinking of like the memories I have and the episodes I remember watching. Rocco's, yeah, but not as much as the other ones.
I mean, back Keenan and Kel. Ain't nobody gonna put that up
That's
there.
all that. I mean, I lump all that shit
Yeah,
together.
you lumped out all that sitcom shit. But yeah. I mean, we miss it. I mean, you can go on all day about the nostalgia from waking up in the morning watching your fucking Nickelodeon cartoons because that shit was life. Like,
Playing that PlayStation.
I'm watching that shit in my office now.
yeah, I went on a binge where I was watching Doug when I got the Fire Stick and shit. I was like, yo, this show is.
Rewatch all of Doug.
Yeah, I was watching Doug. I was watching Doug all fucking day.
I watched Game of Thrones. That's all I watched.
That's incest.
So what else did you guys do this weekend? What were the past weeks that we haven't seen each other?
Talk about like I just went to the Maryland State Fair, and I'm gonna tell you right now that shit is fucking expensive as fuck. It takes
Really?
all the fun out of that shit. So yeah, so like it's $1 ticket. It's $10 to get in.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1 a ticket, but no fucking ride is under like 7 tickets. So
Are
if
you
you're
fucking
going with
serious?
so
You
if
still get on fair rides? I don't trust that
nigga,
shit.
I had my child with me, and
That's
I'm like,
even more
and-
reason
and
to get
you know
on the
that-
fucking ride.
He
You know
gonna
the-
send
you know
it
how
by himself like, hey, this is
Right,
too
that's
much
That's
to
what I'm
go with
saying.
that.
Yeah, you know the look.
Come back
You know the
down,
look
tell
on
me how
her
it was.
face. The look on her face when I look
sees
down
her
and I'm like,
bulks.
look, I ain't got this shit, and we all in line, and they come up there and say, yeah, it's gonna be 12 tickets. I was like, what the fuck? That's $12, nigga. So yeah, that shit was. I went to the fair.
12 per, like so.
Six
$12?
six tickets per person. So if it's me
12
and her,
in
it's
total.
12
I
in
didn't know if it
total.
was 12.
But it's
And
a
it's
dollar.
$1 ticket, so it's
Not-
$12 for a ride.
$12 to get on the
For both of
2-minute
y'all
ride.
though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it was 12 per person. I mean, it's $24 instead of. That's the difference.
It's expensive as
Which
fuck.
ride was it? Number one.
Nigga, it was some trash ass.
Was it the
roller
spinny
coaster.
thing?
No, it wasn't even like the fireball shit that spins around.
Nigga.
It was trash. So, but then that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the highlight of my weekend. Well, my week. So
Well, you saw. Do you see Black-Klansman?
I did see BlackKKKlansman, and it's a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yes,
would
I remember.
suggest
You reminded. You told all of us how
Fucking-
great of a
Fucking
fucking
at the
movie
end,
it
I
was.
wanted to fucking punch fucking everybody in the theater
You want to punch everybody?
every
Yeah.
white person.
Why?
because I just felt the energy at the end. It made me riled me up, you know.
What's the
I
energy?
mean, because
How'd it end?
I saw it too. I mean, it ended. Ooh, how the fuck did it end?
I mean, well, the
I mean,
guy,
it
the
ended
guy's
with-
still alive
I mean,
right now.
Yeah,
David
I
Duke
mean,
is
so
not-
it,
not
yeah,
in
it just
prison.
yeah,
It's
it
fucking
ended with
on
him with them breaking up the department, and then it like related all of those events, all the Klansmen to like the Charlotte protests. What else did it relate it to, Austin?
It related to the Charlotte protests, the way that just the outlook. It because the way that it ended, as far as the Klan's mindset and how it was all blown up in their face, and then also it was showing how the Klan chanted compared to like Black Panthers were chanting. It was high energy, and it just showed that the shit that was happening back then and how tense it is as far as race relations back then, as far as where the movie, the times that the movie took place compared to now was pretty much the same. And why I said it riled me up is because they were taking actual clips from the Charlottesville protests and how it was done, as far as how they did the cuts and the different, how it was done cinematically. It just kind of felt like it was fake, but at the same time, it was real. So you would see like the people getting hit by the cars,
Oh, that's what you
the
meant.
protests and stuff like that, and then you realize, like this is a movie, but these clips are real fucking life, and it's still happening in 2018, 2017. So
I got that from them. It ain't hit me like that though, because I guess I'm just so desensitized to those events. Like we seen the Charlotte, clips of the guy plowing to the crowd so many times, and the guys with the tiki torches. Because they did the tiki torches right after the cross burning.
Right.
They did the cross burning, and it segued into the tiki torches. Them marching on the University of Virginia campus. So, but I don't know. It didn't hit me like that.
It makes you realize that we look at the past of the Klan doing all of this crazy shit, and we look back and say that's fucking horrible. That's fucking horrible. It happened so long ago, but they were terrorizing people, and then what he did was he compared the burning of the torch, burning of the crosses and shit, and compared it to what's happening today, making you realize that the shit that was happening in the past was bad, but it's still going on, and it's still prevalent, and they're still doing it to this day. So it's kind of like, damn.
I mean, is that a groundbreaking
when you compare it,
Mike, we knew that.
Yeah,
Black people going there already knew. I guess if looking for on it, if you're a white person going in, kind of ignorant to the current events, and you wonder oh shit, this is still happening. Like black people know that this was still going on. We knew that the Klan didn't go anywhere. They just went underground, and they instead of being called the Klan and now the alt-right and stuff, like this is stuff I already knew, so it didn't hit me that way. But I can see somebody going in there ignorant, so they ain't woke, could be like, oh shit. Like
I just think, me personally, I know that it's still going on, but I just think that seeing it so close in comparison, like I did after watching a full movie, a 2-hour movie, and then just seeing those close comparisons visually is just kind of like, damn, like it's some real shit going on. And today, comparing to when we thought that the 60s and the 50s was so much worse, but at the same time, the same shit is still going on. Right. So it just, I guess, reminded me of it. But you didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the film.
It's a good movie. Go watch the movie, man.
Is that all you did this week? The past couple weeks?
Besides Vegas, fucking going broke at the state fair and watching BlackKKlansman.
You get any popcorn?
Nah, nigga, I was broke as shit. Jamel remember that night. I literally went to go see a movie with $10 to my name, and I made that shit work. $10 to buy a movie ticket, find parking, and I made that shit work.
You're supposed to not buy a ticket. Just say you lost your ticket, and
they'll
let you.
I finessed the shit. I went out there with a fucking prayer, but it worked out. How about you guys?
Well, I went to the Ravens game yesterday. Ravens Skins. Saw that boy.
Lamar. Do you think RG3 is getting cut? Because I was reading some reports like they didn't play him at all because they want to move past him and just go straight up from Joe to RG3. I mean, from Joe to Lamar.
That's what I got from it. Like they didn't play him to keep him healthy for a trade. So he doesn't get hurt in the game.
He looked good in preseason, so I think we could get something out of him.
Yeah, but he's so much better than Lamar at this point. I don't think Lamar looked good yesterday. He put on the fucking show. Nigga did the Kodak bop and all that other stuff. Flipping in the end zone, but at this point, a rookie compared to RG3, who looked way more poised, more consistently, I think should back Joe up in case. Because
I agree. It's just that I don't want Lamar to be thrown to the wolves, and you
can fuck his psyche up.
The Ravens' history with quarterbacks is not the fucking best, so I prefer him to be prepped for a year. That way, when he has the ability to take the offense on his own, that he's fully equipped and he has the fullest confidence, as opposed to him being thrown to the wolves and then his confidence could be shot and then him being in a bad situation.
Right. Yeah, but I still enjoyed the game though, even though it was mostly fourth stringers and stuff because the last preseason game the starters don't play at all. But it was still an exciting game.
But wouldn't that be
a bunch of big plays going down? And I'm sorry, what you saying?
No, I was gonna say, wouldn't that be a sign that RG3 is gonna stay though if they?
You saw what you needed to see type of thing?
Yeah, because honestly, with not to say he's in the same class as the starters, but I think the last preseason game is for the niggas that's not going to make the team to do that last hurrah and shit. Yeah, that's your last chance.
Look at it both ways.
So if RG3 didn't play, I think that, because I didn't watch the last game, but the last 3 games he looked fucking great. He looked like he was fighting for a starting position because he was accurate, he was moving still, he was poised, he was sliding. So there's no way I cannot imagine the Ravens cutting RG3, even though we have 3 quarterbacks.
You gonna be surprised by anything the Ravens do? The front office do? Come on, man.
I'm just saying, we all know that Lamar Jackson isn't gonna start, and more than likely he's not gonna start this season at any point of the season if Joe Flacco is healthy or not. So why not have RG3?
But they haven't carried 3 quarterbacks since 2009. So that's not really what they do.
We never had 3 good quarterbers like that.
It might be Trey. Trey might be the more realistic option. Like we put him out there, he showed what he can do. Now let's get what, a third or fourth, like a fourth rounder for him.
Fuck no, not for RG3. You get a 6 at best.
6 out of 7.
How he's playing?
Yeah.
Like,
Teddy Bridgewater got a third round. I think he got a third for.
He did that. Nigga
but Teddy was pure potential.
Yeah,
He's still pretty young.
No, that was dropped this week though. Your boy M. He just dropped today. He just dropped today. That's what I'm saying. In the words,
name is Rap God. That's
in the words of Roderick Davis. Well, damn.
That shit was. I mean,
Davis.
I used to be like,
well, damn. Our nigga.
First off,
Where do you start?
All right, so I will tell you first, like firsthand, I was a M hater, right?
Well, let me give a proper intro to what we're talking about first. Eminem just dropped the surprise album today. Today being Friday, August 31st.
Yep.
Kamikaze. He just dropped it out of nowhere.
Because bombs come out of nowhere.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's what the Kamikazes. Yeah, all that shit.
Boom, and blew the whole shit up.
Fuck yeah.
The whole set on fire.
So yeah, M dropped some shit today. Austin, give me your thoughts.
Yeah,
on
like
it.
I was saying. So like the last couple Eminem albums was fucking trash. He knows that.
Watch your mouth.
Mike, you still haven't heard Revival yet.
I heard it twice.
No, you didn't.
But no, what I'm saying is he knows he hasn't dropped good albums, and I haven't been the biggest Eminem fan in a long time. But this shit was fucking great. Like this
you
shit.
Stop talking about it in the group chat.
Like
this shit phenomenal, yo.
Like, from the
I've never heard him.
Phenomenal.
I probably heard him say phenomenal like twice in my whole life.
Because that shit was like, because it was actually
PH-ominal.
I spelled it wrong. I thought I used spell check, but no, that shit was. But that shit was definitely. It definitely from production to Eminem's style of rap. That shit sounded great. Like the shit that he was saying, and the fact that he went back to his like fucking really aggressive, not giving a fuck, saying random shit, not in his feelings. He was bitching and moaning about not being the same Eminem and not his albums being bad, but it was more of a. I don't give a fuck. Y'all should have listened to what I was really saying and not really downing himself like he did in his last album. But it was a good ass album. Like even the way he was like riding the beats and shit like that. It was crazy. I definitely listened to that album a few more times. So
yeah,
I heard the first track. It was fire.
Good for you.
How the hell was Eminem your favorite rapper? Like you?
No,
like,
Tupac is my favorite rapper.
Bullshit. I mean, you probably never heard a Tupac album.
You've been championing M since as long as I've known you. I've
No,
known you for over 10
my
years.
top 5 is Big. Pac,
Doesn't matter.
J,
You
M,
know.
and then whoever else.
Who did you say after Big?
I said
Dre.
J.
Dr.
Where
Dre.
are you getting these fucking?
I've never heard
Jay.
him talk about these people ever. It's always
Jay-Z is
Pac
not
and M. It was always Pac and M.
No.
Now all of a sudden Jay.
No, I think Pac and M are my personal favorites, but I don't think they're like top. If I had a top 5,
You just said your favorite rappers.
no, I'm saying my top 5.
We didn't say your top 5.
My
We just said
personal
your
favorites are different than my top 5. Like somebody,
Can we get that? Like
What?
like your personal favorite, like
Mike, what the fuck are you talking
like
about?
somebody's personal favorite, like their personal favorite point guard could be John Wall, but the greatest point guard in the league right now is
we
Steph.
just said your 2 favorite rappers. We didn't say rank your top 5 talented rappers. We just said your 2 favorite rappers that I've always known has always been M and Pac.
Pac before.
You talking about some
Pac
Jay
before
and
him.
Dre and all that.
But that's my
shit.
top 5 overall.
Thanks for sharing that.
so
Fuck
you
you,
top 5 overall, and you haven't even listened to his
Right. That's
probably
his
his,
nigga, I was
best,
at
his
work.
best album in 10
Yo,
years.
I was at work and I
was
still
at work.
listen to it.
I was at the front desk by my damn self for 8 hours.
My thoughts on this album was that pretty much that he was going out to prove to people like after the Revival didn't do as well as he thought he was. Nobody liked the shit, basically. He's like,
that.
oh, y'all niggas think I was done? Like, I can still do this shit. Like, I can still rap. Like, I kind of equated it to Cudi, not in like talent wise, but when Cudi dropped that trash ass Speeding Bullet to Heaven, and people thought that shit. He was like, this nigga.
I've never even heard of that shit.
It was a double disc. I heard like one.
It was a double disc.
I heard the single. I was like, and I heard like 2-3 songs. I was like, nah, this shit is garbage. And he got some shit for that album that he dropped, and people thought he was done. So he was like, you know what? I'm getting back to my roots, and I'm dropping. What is it? Fuck. What the fuck is it called? Pain. God damn it. Pain and Demon Slaying. And I love Cudi too. I just forgot the name of the album. But his latest album that he dropped, Demon Pains and
Nigga, move on,
Nigga,
man.
just keep it going.
you know how I am. Fuck. But he dropped his latest album that went back to his roots, and like that was one of my favorite albums that he's ever did, just to let niggas know, like, oh, I ain't lose it. Like y'all
Passion,
thought
Pain, and Demon Slaying.
Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying. Thank you, Austin. But yes, but I feel like M did the same shit. Like, I'm gonna get back to what made me good, which is just spitting some shit. And I'm coming at all you niggas that thought this album was trash.
I mean,
Even though it's
M has
trash.
always been like a rapper.
But
He wasn't rapping on the other. He
like,
went
might have
like
been trying
super
to-
political on the other shit, and nobody was fucking with it.
But one thing that threw me off though is that he dissed like Joe Budden and shit, and I always thought that Joe Budden always defended Eminem, especially on his podcast. I thought he always was like Eminem shit is. He never
called
really
Eminem's
spoke on
album
Eminem.
trash.
That's because niggas started pressuring him to start critiquing Eminem.
But he still said it, and M had a problem with it. He dissed everybody. He dissed niggas that dissed the album publicly. He dissed the fans
random Michigan nigga,
that
right.
dissed it privately. Like
Right.
he in every song, every 13 track, he mentioned something about Revival, how it was trash or how it went over y'all heads. Something that was mentioned.
Now, did he diss Machine Gun Kelly?
He dissed Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Like white rappers, like you just hot because you a white rapper, but other white rappers don't weren't as hot as me. It was.
He said something about
I don't
R.
know the
Kelly.
lyrics, but it was something along that.
He said something about R. Kelly, but I thought was not referring to R. Kelly, but referring to Machine Gun Kelly.
He was speaking on Machine Gun Kelly, but yeah, he
okay.
was.
I have no clue.
That nigga was going at
You
every-
gotta listen to that
Yeah,
album,
I am
nigga.
gonna listen to it.
Damn,
I am
yo.
gonna listen.
Yeah, listen to the album. It's
Yeah,
a good,
it was
it's a good album.
definitely it was a direct response to the criticizers of Revival.
I mean,
And that's what
you
you
know,
had a
M-
whole skit with that too.
Yeah,
M-
it
clapback-
was 2 skits.
M clapback game has always been up there. Like when his reaction to like somebody saying something has always been up there, and I think he does work best when he's just spitting and going off emotion.
That's what he was
as
doing.
opposed to like trying to impress. I'm not too sure what the fuck happened in
That's
Revival.
what
I
the
haven't
fuck
heard
he
it.
was
But
doing.
Right.
Also, you have a favorite song so far on it?
It's the first song, and then the one. Let me bring it up. It was
That's
the
my
song
favorite
with
too, the first song.
The first song, but
Mike.
but no, it's the one. With,
Only one you listen to.
Nah, it's the one with him and Royce the 5'9". I'm trying to bring that.
Oh
name
yeah,
up.
I know you're talking about.
It's called
something Alive?
not alike.
Not Alike.
Because the good thing about Not Alike is that he used. We all know that Eminem is anti current rappers and the like, you know, Lil Pump type rappers, but he used Take Keys, whatever that producer.
Take Keith.
Oh, Take Keith,
Yeah, T.A.Y. Keith.
He used the Take Keith beat, which is, and then also a
Mike Will made a beat, right? That was the
Yeah, Mike
part
Will
two.
did like the second song. Yeah.
right, but he made a Take Keith beat that is similar to mumble rap songs, and then also the chorus was kind of mumble rappy, but then his verses was fucking fire as shit. Like, so that was kind of something that I appreciated, and then also I'm always a fan of the beat switch up that, you know, Travis Scott
Scott,
does and shit like that.
You know you're dissing Travis Scott.
He dissed Travis
I like
Scott.
the
And
new
we gotta talk about did you get a Tiger interview? We're gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But yeah. That was my favorite one because not only did Royce kill it, but then that beat switch up, the fact that he was riding a beat and he was actually saying some real shit. It was like, damn, like all the Eminem hate that I've festered up all these years, I can't even talk no more. This shit is flame.
Like,
yo.
I mean,
M has
sometimes-
always been a beast.
He has not.
No,
He hasn't admitted. He's the first
Recovery,
person, right?
Mike.
I said
Revival. Like he put out some trash albums.
Okay, so since you named 2 albums in the latter part of his career, that means.
But you just said he always brings heat.
He's always a beast.
Always a beast.
He's always been a beast.
But it's literally his last album. He admitted that it was. Well, no, he didn't admit Revival was trash.
So if your favorite artist has a bad album, that means they're immediately trash.
He's had multiple bad albums.
So if your favorite artist has
I'm not saying
multiple
M is
bad albums,
trash.
they're
It's
trash.
clearly he can prove that he's not trash. But those past 2 albums, I mean, he's put out some bad albums.
All right, cool. That's cool. Give him that. But you can't say
let's
that
just
he can't rap.
let's just
and he had
say-
to prove himself again.
I never. No, I'm
Let's
saying.
just say he the Braun of raps right now. He got like an average of, you know, putting out good albums every bad 5 albums. Or some
You can't
shit.
say that.
It's some real shit.
His first, he was like 4 for 4, 4 rings his first time out, and then like nigga got swept a couple times.
Right.
you feel me?
That's what I'm
That's what we
saying.
saying.
That's
That's
what
the
I'm
point. That
saying.
he,
LeBron didn't win
is
off
that
top.
he tried to switch it up with different albums and they weren't that great, and he heard the criticism and the backlash, and he came back out like, I'm still doing this shit. Like, y'all must have forgot
It took
who
him a
the
while
fuck
to
I
do it.
was.
Man,
Yeah, it took him about 10 years, but
Has it been 10 years?
I'm just saying. I mean,
Since-
it's my favorite album. Marshall Mathers LP is my all-time favorite
So
from
is
M,
it-
and then it's this album.
If you say
Yeah,
your
he's
Marshall
going that hard in
Mathers,
that.
Marshall Mathers was your favorite album. Marshall Mathers LP came out in 2000, so that means that nigga's averaging one good album every 18 years.
That's for me because
No,
I'm
Eminem
not
Show.
a huge M
Eminem
fan.
Show
so-
is my favorite album.
Right.
Marshall Mathers LP is my favorite
But
because
I
that's when you got dark Eminem, like when nobody was talking about.
I mean,
that
it's
shit.
too psych. I mean, like it's too well off. Eminem show, he's more like well rounded, and he like goes psycho, gets a little political. He does a little bit more. He's more well rounded. Like when he was just off some pills on Marshall Mathers LP, but I still like it.
Right.
It's just not the best version of M. I think.
I love that. I want to get to my favorite song on the album was the one that hit me the most, I think that had the most depth for me was Stepping Stones when he was speaking about D12 and the breakup with D12 and his friendship with them and how he felt like it was a lot of pressure to carry pretty much all of their careers on his shoulders and, you know, kind of pull them along with him and it weighed on him and weighed on their friendship. He kind of wished that they politicked a little bit more. He put them out there a little bit more and He got deep pause in their whole relationship and why they broke up. And he said on the track they're never getting back together, and that's just what it is. And
that's what it is.
It's called Stepping Stone. This shit was dope. But
my
favorite overall, to knock right now is probably the first track. Was it Ringer? He was speaking. He was talking some shit. That was the first track. But my favorite so far, which is subject to change because I've only heard it twice.
You heard it twice in a fucking day, dude.
I heard it twice too, nigga. Like, it was a good album.
Gotta. I mean, for one, we're talking about it on the show,
drafts today.
and I was listening to it as I was drafting. Multitasking, motherfucker. That's what we doing out here. But Mike, can you listen to the shit before we move on?
I am going to listen to it.
How did two non-M fans listen to the show, listen to the album before the biggest M fan?
Nigga, I was at work. What the fuck you want me to do?
Nah, you looking funny in the light, nigga. You only an M fan when it's
nigga, I listened. I was at work.
Shit.
I was at work until like 5, and it's like we start this at like 5:30. Nigga, I heard one song.
All right, well.
Shit was playing too.
Please, nigga.
I heard the whole album. That's
Shit,
why
he was talking about niggas like you, bruh.
Nigga, fuck.
In
First
his
of all,
album. That's why you don't want to listen to. He was dissing your ass, man. Fake ass fans. Fuck away from him, man.
But I want to move on to I guess a bro code question.
What's that?
Something that happened a little earlier, a couple weeks ago. Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union
looking like a snack as she does,
like a fucking meal, nigga. Fuck you mean what? But Gabby Union is married to Dwayne Wade. We all know this.
Yeah.
Right.
She posted a thirst trap or a picture in what was it, like a leather bikini or some shit, and her nipples was poking out, and
it was something to get the job
done.
I
mean, like it was Jimmy Butler. I don't know how close Jimmy and Dwayne Wade are as friends, but they were definitely ex-teammates in Chicago.
Yeah.
And the nigga put, well, damn, on his wife's, on Dwayne Wade's wife's picture. Fucking Dwayne Wade had to check that nigga. He had to say something about that shit.
What'd he put? He did.
All he put was, well, damn. And he like, put well, damn in caps on my wife's photo again, and you gonna see what's good.
Nigga,
the bad and the ugly.
That's some Chicago shit,
like,
nigga.
That's some Chicago nigga shit, man.
I think it's different. I think a lot of niggas said way worse in those comments.
And then he was like, well,
he don't know them niggas in the
yeah,
comments.
he's like, well, that escalated quickly. Point noted. Let me fall back, bruh.
That nigga sound like you about to delete that
Sorry.
comment. That's about to happen.
Right. I mean, but like, that's the question I have for you guys is, you have a friend who has a wife that posts a thirst trap. What do you do? Do you comment something like? Is
No,
it
you
cool?
keep scrolling, nigga.
Is it cool to comment? Do you just like it? Do you just completely ignore this shit?
Like this shit.
No, you keep scrolling.
If you know it's a thirst trap, come on, you shouldn't like that shit because that means you fell for the thirst trap of a nigga's girl or a nigga's wife.
Let me sidebar this. Should your wife be posting thirst traps?
No.
She
can do whatever she wants.
So your wife can do whatever she wants on her page. You're not gonna say nothing at all. She posted a picture in leather with them nipples. They some big nipples. Them bitches look pointy. Like Hershey Kisses and shit.
Let me do some research on this shit.
Look like the Bad Boys 2 cover.
Right. That's how I said she in rare form in that picture. Yeah.
You about to like that shit?
Right. Don't keep scrolling on that phone. We might see something.
But I mean,
no. If your girl look good and she want to post something, her pussy ain't out, so she's straight.
Damn near.
But at the same time, yeah. I mean, I think if that's your wife, that's a whole different thing. She should be like cognizant of, niggas seeing your wife's nipples hard. But if she want to do what she want to do, go ahead and do it. But the homie shouldn't be saying, well, damn.
The homie shouldn't be doing
that.
Well,
maybe he was like, well, damn, you should cover up. Aren't you a married woman?
But let me play devil's advocate. So say that like they're teammates. That don't mean they were close. Like
that's what I said. I don't know the extent of that friendship.
Would you comment on like if your coworker and
let me tell you about Jamel. Let me tell you about Jamel would do that.
Well, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
I'm just
I don't know
saying,
what you're
that's
talking
it.
about.
That's
Are
it.
you gonna, I mean, like if your coworker and y'all not that close and y'all become friends on fucking Instagram and you find his wife's page through like a picture they posted together and she looked like a whole meal, like the 2 pieces,
Nah, that's
2
creepy.
sides
That's
of biscuits.
creepy because y'all didn't meet enough like that. But for the sake of argument, let's just assume that they're friends. But what were you saying? I said, why would I do
I'm
that?
just saying you would do it.
Why would you say
If
something
one of
like
you,
that?
if one of
Oh,
you,
shit.
I want to know.
I know Jamel's personality. So if it
Oh,
was a
shit.
nigga that's not as that close to Jamel like me or you, and
Like an acquaintance?
like a nigga
That
that he
shit
worked
don't count.
with. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not a big deal. But hell yeah, Jamel.
No, like
would do
bro.
that.
No, we're
wait,
talking bro code though.
I have not done that. What are you talking about?
We're talking
Jamel, you would do
pure
that shit
bro
in a
code.
heartbeat.
Oh, what?
You would do that shit in a heartbeat.
Would he put an
That's
eggplant
not-
emoji under?
Are you
He
my
would be lying. He would put a shrimp emoji on there, but he would definitely go
I
and,
still
and
fuck
talk.
though.
See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. He would definitely.
We
A nigga
can't
that
like a
he-
picture. You can't. This is what it's social media. You can't be social and like a picture.
I mean, you can't
If
like
from a
wife that
dude
you know,
that
though?
you don't know. No, I
But you
wouldn't
do know him. You're not friends with him, but you know him.
I mean,
Like,
that's
we
cool.
said,
If
like,
you-
step
know the
outside
nigga-
and so I can know what the fuck you talking
just-
about.
if you
can't see
know
who you
him-
talking about.
I'm not saying there's a specific situation.
Oh, you just
but I
think
know
I'm
your
just grimy like
you
that.
would do that. You
Count
would
on them
definitely-
I
grimy
wouldn't. You
tiny
can't
bit.
say I would do that if you don't have no
How
evidence
the
of
fuck
me.
you gonna
I
say
mean,
I can't do it? I known you my whole life. I know you would do that. Trust me.
I don't think you would do it with the bros.
That's what I'm
but
That's what I just said. I said probably not 3 in
but
a
like
room,
an
but
associate nigga, somebody like you.
Associate's girl, I would put a thirst like an emoji. I don't even comment emojis.
you would like this
You
shit.
definitely like
I
that
would
shit.
like his shit, yeah.
Would
But
you
I wouldn't
slide?
put well damn.
Is he DM sliding?
He would
No,
nah, he,
no,
he-
no,
he-
no,
he
you know I
would-
don't get down
He
like
would
that. I don't
he
get
would
down
he
like
would screenshot the shit, send it to me, and say well damn.
Oh yeah, I mean, what
That's
real
true.
nigga wouldn't do that
That's true.
shit?
That's very true.
You know what I mean? So the consensus is that we would not do that to the homies.
Not
picture.
to the homies, man.
To the homie's wife.
Yeah.
Not even like his side
Side
joint
bitch.
or his, you know what I'm saying? Just,
Would you do it to a side chick?
Yeah, you can't cuff your side chick.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm not a big fan of leaving thirst comments anyway. So I personally
Yeah, that
wouldn't do
shit
that. I
seems
don't
cheesy
put,
to me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, I never.
Not even on my girl
I'm a-
shit.
yeah.
Just to like fuck around with
Yeah.
her, but not like if I like a chick or I'm trying to holler at her, I'm not putting well damn.
damn.
Oh, heart eye emojis. Hey, you're
If I saw-
beautiful.
if I saw-
you
yeah.
are. You're beautiful.
If I saw you're beautiful or well damn underneath like a thirst trap picture, I was like, oh, he's definitely not fucking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, the dudes that are fucking aren't commenting
No.
or not even liking the picture.
you don't
like,
even know them niggas
Yeah,
exist.
No.
the niggas that's not liking the pictures are the ones that's actually fucking.
Fading to black. You know?
Yeah, you don't
so
have to
what if-
speak on it
no.
and shit.
So what if one of us left something under your wife's picture? How would
Nigga, that's a
would you
fucking
check this or you
fade
be
on
like,
something like
you be
that.
like come on, yo, you delete that? Yo.
I'm like,
Come
I
on,
wouldn't
man,
ask, I wouldn't
fuck
ask y'all
up,
to.
man.
I wouldn't ask y'all to delete. I would check
Really,
it.
Jamel, you really gonna do that?
Don't try to. Don't do that. 'Cause I would never do. I would never do that.
So what would you do?
I would laugh at it. Like it's not because one.
Because you know us.
Yeah, because I know y'all one, and then 2, like if it just wouldn't happen. Like you can leave all
Yeah,
the
it's
comments,
not
and
gonna
people would
happen.
laugh at the shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Me and her would laugh at it.
Like that doesn't even come to mind because you know that wouldn't happen. in
Yeah,
that circle.
exactly. So I wouldn't trip over it. I mean, that just says even if I think Dwayne Wade was joking anyway, but I
I
think
don't know. That
Nah,
nigga,
I think it was half. It was a half
That nigga
joke,
from
half
the-
truth in that shit.
from the Wild Hundreds.
Yeah, because he know him like, yo, come on, that's my wife, nigga, chill out. And like,
Yeah.
he wasn't. I don't think he was gonna put hands on him, but be like, yo, and you stepped
Yeah.
over the
Yeah, that was-
line.
It was
like,
like a half joke, half
Yeah.
serious thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo, chill.
yeah, this is
type
my
of
wife.
shit.
Feel like, you know what I mean?
Well, how as Dwayne Wade, even though he knows him, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure it was some gutter ass grimy comments on that. How do you read those?
I think the
And see what
verified
knows
Jimmy
nigga. No,
Butler.
he's
That's-
very. Oh yeah, he knows.
He
him.
knows. That's what I'm saying.
I know
Like,
he
all right,
knows
nigga, I
him,
know
but-
you
but-
probably met Gabby and you won't put this shit on this. On her
I mean, but like if
No,
like
but
you know
niggas say
shade
some wild
room,
shit.
like if Mel comments something on the shade room, that would pop up at the bottom of like the comments that them with the verified people and
Because
my
we're friends,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean,
Ain't
Nah,
no
I mean,
lie.
we
If I was the
wouldn't. I
homies,
mean,
I
we
wouldn't
go
do that
by a
shit.
different code, but some
Yeah.
niggas don't live by the code we live by.
Right.
Don't trust a nigga to do some shit like that.
Yeah, don't try. But like you said, 9 times out of 10 niggas is commenting, well, damn, chick ain't gonna go into his thing and say, oh, let me give you some pussy now because you.
I mean,
well,
Oh
damn.
my God!
So
thanks
it's
for the
kind of like
comment.
you by saying that doesn't really do much.
Do you think that niggas live by a different code now? Like where it's cool for them to comment under like their girls, their
Dudes-
friends' girls
dudes
shit.
try to go at their friends' girls all the time.
But
like
nigga,
I've
if you
seen
doing that
it. Like
shit,
I've
you're
seen
not
it. I
my
know
friend,
girls.
nigga.
That's the point. That people they live by a different code. Like everybody, like you know what I'm saying, it's nothing that I'm not trying to hit. Like there's no your homie's girl's not off limits. His exes aren't off limits. Like everybody is game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's green light on all of it. and it's not worth it to me. But
No.
dudes don't care. It's as long as pussy is pussy.
And
But-
That's true facts.
But moving on to like a more somber note, that passed in John McCain
I
recently.
thought she was gonna say Aretha Franklin, but go ahead.
we did that last
Oh, y'all did
episode.
Aretha?
Yeah, you were in
Damn,
Vegas
She,
tracing
but
the
she's still like
trainings.
doing her funeral.
I mean, the
Where
funeral
fuck
was
is
today,
Shrine-
but I mean,
Yeah.
we kind of spoke on Aretha then. I mean, but RIP to Aretha. I mean, you want to
Right.
send your condolences out since you
I
get
always
to
get
do
her
it.
I always
You-
get her
see, now you about to
confused.
disrespect
But
her.
go
Why
ahead,
you
go
saying we
ahead.
not showing her respect? You about to say you get her confused
with her
with
and
Patti LaBelle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
My bad. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Aretha, man.
R.I.P. Aretha. Are you sure it's her that died, or was it
Pull up
Patti
a
that
picture.
died?
That's why
Or
when
was
they-
it
that's why when-
Gladys Knight? Or which one?
Honestly,
We're going to pull up
honestly,
2 pictures and you tell us
Right.
which one
Honestly,
is which.
Name one Aretha song, nigga. Right
Not
off the top of your
R.E.S.
head.
Not
No,
respect.
don't give him that because he probably didn't even know.
No, I was gonna say R.S.P.C.T., but that's why I wasn't really mad at Fox News. I was
see how
like,
he skipped over the name?
Come on, anyway, moving on to John McCain.
she was on the Blues Brothers shit, wasn't she? The movie.
Yeah, she was. Back in like the 70s and 80s.
All right, we'll go ahead.
But yeah, I just wanted to send our condolences to the John McCain family. I mean, it's really sad. I mean, especially considering like his most recent actions, standing up to Trump on the floor, coming back from was it his chemotherapy for a brain tumor,
brain tumor.
leaving the hospital just to vote no on.
Strong guy. I mean, a lot of people don't know why he's such a war hero. Like he was a prisoner of war, and like his unit or his platoon like got captured, and then like he came from a well-off family, and they were like, "Hey, we can get him out, you John McCain out specifically." And that nigga was like, "No, if my squad don't go, I'm not going."
Right.
And so he was in. I mean, he was a prisoner of war for like 5 fucking years because he wouldn't go with his fellow soldiers. So he is a true American hero.
You know how long 5 years is to be in
Nigga.
captivity?
That's high school plus another year.
That's what I'm saying. To be a fucking
I don't know. This is my first
no,
time.
I like
5 years,
goddamn
nigga,
because I do that with like prison sentences too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, how can a nigga sit for 10
And then for
years?
Trump to say like, I like my warriors, I mean my soldiers not to get caught, nigga.
Right.
That's like such
a slap in the face, and that's what I was kind of getting to as well. I mean, his passing, but the beef that he had with Trump, during his, during when he was alive and post, the posthumous that he was, McCain uninvited Trump.
Yo, that's
from
shout out
his
to McCain.
own funeral.
Yo,
like-
that's some real shit. Like, hey nigga, you can't come. Tell Barack to come through. Tell
Biden can come through.
Biden can come through.
Speak. He didn't even say come through.
Fitzy
He
can
said
come
speak.
through. Larry Fitzgerald, aka Mr. Hands, could come through, but nigga,
he
you
played
stay
right
your
Right,
ass in the White
right.
House.
I don't want you there, nigga. Don't show up. Bring your wife. I think his wife got him.
I think his wife get invited.
I think his wife got invited.
Trump
but,
can't go. I mean, that's wild.
Nigga, that's A, funny, and then
but that
B,
mean that kind of gives faith back into kind of politics in a way. Is that even when he said it when he disrupted the one lady that was trying to call like Obama Arab and shit like that, is that we might have some disagreements, but we still respect each other on the level because at the end of the day we want what's best for this country.
Correct.
And I think that kind of seeing that he would ask Obama to speak means that he had real respect.
He was keeping politics.
Yeah, he was
Because
keeping politics.
just to kind of expand on what you were saying, there were during the debates of 2008, McCain and Obama. They have the racists that come through that that regurgitate the Fox News, rhetoric saying that Obama's Arab and he's a terrorist and blah blah blah, and he was, his pastor was, part of a terrorist group, and when people were saying that, thinking that he was going to agree with him, it's like, nah, chill out. Like Obama, he's a good dude. He's not a terrorist. Like he's a good guy, so let's respect him. Let's keep it politics. We disagree on certain policies and ideologies, but he's a good guy at the end of the day, and I think that's something I didn't know. 2008, we were just like Republican versus Democrat.
Yeah. We didn't recognize the significance of that moment in the moment.
Fuck McCain. Yeah. And he was with Sarah Palin was his vice president. So fuck. I was like, fuck all that shit. I didn't even pay attention to that. So
Palin was a terrible choice.
Yeah. So then when we see that, and then with the POW thing, like he was genuinely a good guy. Like he was just strictly, he was politics.
Disagree with he stands on politics, but like he's a stand-up dude.
But he did vote against Martin Luther King being a national holiday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, before I
didn't know that either. I was like, wait, what?
I didn't know that just now.
Before I go and say he's a good dude and all, and pray, he's done good things, but I got to do more research on John McCain before I'm going to sit here.
Like I said, doing the POW thing, not going home until all his peoples came home. standing up for, because he could have easily just agreed with the people that was going to give him his vote. He was like, yeah, you know what, he might be a terrorist, but he was like, nah. He stepped in and was like, nah, chill out, cut all that shit out. But he did vote twice for to not have Martin Luther King Day national holiday. Like, nigga,
look, we can honest. I think people like are want to be on one end or the other. Like, you have to be a Democrat or a Republican. You know, it's okay to say we can thank John McCain. It's a stand up dude. He voted against Martin Luther King Day, which is fucked up.
Yeah,
but he didn't want to go home until the rest of the soldiers came home, and then he checked somebody that was trying to be racist.
He wasn't perfect.
He wasn't perfect. So
but,
I mean,
I want to speak on that. Yeah, R.I.P. to John McCain. He was a good dude. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. We need to get that clip.
Nigga, fuck Donald Trump. I think that's copyright. I don't think they want.
We don't need them problems. Shit.
Moving on to something that I think that's near and dear to probably Austin's heart.
Anal.
I relate to no STDs actually.
Hey man, everybody got HPV. Fuck you.
No.
What would that be dead of mine?
He started scratching for no reason.
I never had an STD. Let's go and put that disclaimer out there right now.
On the video too.
I've never had an STD.
Also start scratching and shit.
I scratched my knee. What STD? It fucking makes your knee scratch.
I didn't see what you scratched my knee, bro. You got a flare up and shit. But recently there was a study that came out that said the
shit. Go ahead.
It could be the crabs escaping. You got to put them back in the bush.
You got some Old Bay on your knee, nigga.
Yo, that's funny as shit. Baltimore.
That's a Baltimore reference.
Right.
Oh, but do you name your crabs, Austin?
This thing got Paul, Jason, Mimi,
Mr. Krabs.
The Krusty Krab is under his tank, right.
Nigga. The barnacles and shit. Oh man! Oh, I see you funny. You're a real funny guy. But anyway, getting back to it, man. The reason we're talking about Austin's crabs because STD rates in America.
I don't have crabs. I have STD in my life. Go ahead.
The reason we're talking about that because of the STD rate in America is at an all-time high. There's been 2.3 million cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea,
all
syphilis.
in DC.
You said all from DC.
All in DC.
Shout out to all my DC women. Some of them girls in DC, it might be worth catching some syphilis. If you can cure it, I might do it.
Said no one ever. What the fuck are you talking about?
Nigga, if it's curable, we can have a discussion.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
y'all niggas obviously have STDs.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. I don't even know what condoms are. Is that French for toast or some shit?
No, it's the stuff. It's the balloons. You put the water in, you tie it up, and you can pop it.
Oh yeah, like the condoms. It's shit that you have at festivals and shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all I know.
So what do you guys?
That shit don't count.
What do you guys thoughts sort of on that? Like, why is considering the 2018 where we're at modern medicine? Why niggas still getting burnt out here?
Because
niggas
it only
raw,
takes
niggas like me and Mike.
It takes a few dumb niggas to fuck the game up for everybody else. Sex is supposed to be enjoyed raw, right?
That's the way God intended it.
That's the way God intended it. So
ain't no condoms in the Bible. You get
would
killed
you
for shit
take
like
a shower in a raincoat?
It defeats the purpose.
I wouldn't do it.
Right. So it takes some niggas that got syphilis that wanted to spread it around, and now niggas gotta be second guessing what kind of pussy that they run into.
But the craziest thing is in America, like like I said, with modern medicine and things like that, you would think it'd be curable or eradicated, I guess, to a certain extent. But
it is. I mean,
America is evolving, though. I think that's what it is.
But I'm saying America has the highest STD rate in all of the industrialized nations. Like, make America great again, and everybody out here getting burnt and shit.
Well, America doesn't have the sexual education that other countries have. Like, how
much education do you need on sex?
I mean, it's really important. Like, they find that states that preach abstinence have a higher STD rate and a teen pregnancy rate than other states that preach sexual education. So there's still a taboo thought on teaching sexual education. So kids are not being brought up to be like, this is your body. Because you need to do this if you're having sex. Like, we're just saying, be abstinent, don't have sex, and that's not the right way to go about it.
It's a religious thing. You know, until marriage, you kind of try to scare sex out of you instead of saying, hey, we know you're horny teenagers. We know you're going to do it, but let's teach you the correct way to do it.
Yeah, I found all them sticky socks in your damn hamper.
Right. Or I mean, if I had a class that said, strap up with West Baltimore chicks You be good.
Nigga, you can raw all West Side.
No, you can't.
You can raw all West, nigga.
You be pissing flamethrowers. South Baltimore, too.
Nigga, East Side is out here fucking being disgusting.
East Side women are queens.
Queen STDs.
But nah, I mean, the thing, y'all niggas is wild. But nah, I don't know. Like you said, it's 2018. Why is the STD rate going up higher? I think because people are living more reckless. Like now, it is, I guess it's a numbers game. Maybe it's correlated to Tinder and shit. Now niggas fucking random Tinder bitches and,
but I don't think it's
everybody's fucking raw and shit like that. I think people in general are having more sex.
I mean, what about the 60s and the 70s, the hippies, the free love and all that shit? Like,
it was still raw sex, but I think I'm talking about numbers and rapidly. And I don't know. I just think that in 2018 people are partying more, having more sex with each other, and sex isn't that deep anymore.
If you're not
go ahead, say something that's random.
Retirement homes. That's why.
Like I said,
grandma's spreading.
They said the highest. Look it up. Highest STD rate is in retirement homes.
Hell
you gonna have to.
I ain't gotta explain it. Look it up.
Where the link
Look it up.
Bruh.
Look it up.
But no, I just think that people,
Granny out here getting it.
I think people don't. Sex isn't that big of a deal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta wait till marriage. So people are having more sex and more unprotected sex. So now that comes.
Well, you can't do that and not. But I think it's a matter of people not getting checked out too. So you can have sex as much as you want, but if you're carrying something and you don't get checked out, or you don't even know that you're carrying something, you're passing it along to people unwillingly. That's how it spreads. I think it's more of mental.
I think it's a combination of that, of like having access to healthcare and sexual education, because other countries have just as much access to these social media sites as we do. But why are we leading? Because our access to healthcare is not like any other developed world developed country in the world, and our sexual education is the same.
But America is also overly sexualized too compared to other countries.
I would say repressed. We're sexually repressed as opposed to over sexualized.
I mean, you can go to Europe. You can go to Europe and see some wild, freaky shit.
Exactly.
Amsterdam prostitution is legal. Like, I don't think the world is over sexualized.
Yeah,
but quick story. When I went to Digital Hub, it might be a little bit random, but
hella
when I went
STDs,
to Digital,
dude, all throughout Digital.
It was funny.
The trash cans got crabs.
It was funny because what they used to do is they used to test you. They used to test you into. You can get your STD test in like 9th grade. So if you went to the nurse's office and you said you were sexually active, then they would call you back and you would get, checked out. But then what they would also do is give you a brown paper bag full of condoms and shit. So they would call each person in the class, up to the nurse's office, and if you came back without a brown bag of condoms, nigga, you a weak ass nigga and shit. So if you came back with a fucking bag of condoms and shit, that mean you getting pussy. You a real nigga and shit.
I'm sexually active.
Right.
I need 2 bags, nurse.
Right.
This ain't enough.
So niggas would come back in. It's kind of like everybody.
Was it the lifestyle joints?
They threw the tuxedos and
right. You got the tuxedo blacks.
Tuxedo blacks, nigga. You was getting pussy if you got the tuxedo blacks.
So that's how it was. So every nigga that was talking about how many, how much pussy they was getting in the 9th grade. So niggas was young anyway.
That was like the moment.
That was like the moment of truth. So niggas would come back in class one by one. Nigga don't got a bag for us. Nigga was lying and shit. Nigga come back with a bag like you a real nigga. I got the bag. But yeah, that's how it was though.
I mean, nigga, I guess that's a form of sexual education.
Nigga, get a handful of condoms and get the fuck away, right?
I don't tell you how to put them on.
Right.
But in Baltimore, they teach sexual education.
I had a sex ed class.
Like, pretty young. Matter of fact, in fucking middle school, they had people with STD, with HIV and AIDS come speak to us.
Yeah. That was at City.
Shit,
yeah, I remember that.
No, they were at City, and they came to talk to me in middle school.
They came in middle
Magic
school.
Johnson came too. Pause. He at the
wow.
I mean, he does have HIV.
He said he came on his face. That's what Jamel just said.
Now, hold on. But anyway, he came to our school to preach abstinence. We had to sign an abstinence agreement. I was like, nah, bro.
But abstinence is proven over and over. It doesn't work when you preach abstinence.
Nah, I'm not. No.
Any of y'all ever got a real nigga STD test?
What the fuck is a real nigga STD?
Is it just a regular STD test?
When your girl get tested, she come back clean. That means you clean. That's real.
Yo.
can say I have had a real nigga STD test. I'm like, you straight? You straight? Oh, all right.
Yo,
We
ain't
straight,
shit,
man.
Sir came back good. I'm like, baby, we good. Merengue.
What the results say? Nah, I remember. Yeah,
Let's keep it moving, man.
That's funny. I know.
Both
Now
of
we
y'all
got a name on
That's
it.
the real
right?
nigga STD.
That's the West Side STD test.
That's the East Side. But
Niggas every nigga.
You good, baby? Oh, okay. All right.
Like, all right.
So if you ain't got AIDS, I ain't got AIDS. All right, there we go. We ain't got AIDS. Let's keep it. All right. Anyway, so I wanna take it back down. A little somber.
Fuck, you gonna go back to a funeral or something?
Yeah, we are. Actually, I want to talk about the shooting that happened in Jacksonville, at the Madden tournament. Gentleman fucking lost, or he lost a game at the tournament and decided to, instead of taking his L, like a man, he decided to shoot up the whole fucking tournament, including the person that he lost to. So I think it was like 11 injured.
3. Was it 3 people that
There was
died?
2 fatalities and like 11 injuries.
Yeah.
But
That shit's
fucked up
crazy.
shit. Yeah, fucked up shit. And the worst part is this dude is from Baltimore, man.
Yeah.
Like, we already get a bad rap. Already killing niggas in the city.
Yeah.
And then you take the shit outside of the
talents
city.
to-
Right.
And we
Take your
both
talents to Jacksonville.
Both work in hotels. Is it safe? Bitch.
Well, my thing, the worst part about it is, I don't know, like, they showed the video of when the live stream.
Yeah,
but
that's
did
straight.
you realize that you could see the red beam?
Not till they pointed it out.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize it too, but that's fucking crazy.
Like, is it
you
the one
can
on
see
World Star?
Yeah.
Because he had a
you can see-
laser sight on the gun.
Yeah,
Oh.
and before it cuts to the actual game, you can see the nigga pointing the laser on the
That's
black
fucking
dude's
wild.
hoodie. Yeah, before it cuts. But I don't know. It kind of weird that it cut out at the exact moment.
Like they had the footage, but they it's not. For
I think it might have been
consumption.
edited before they put it out.
I guess they didn't
on-
wanna show it, yeah.
like that, because you know what I'm saying. There's no way, like, you see somebody shot and then cut it right there.
Yeah,
you got to process, like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
'Cause, I mean, a gunshot is not like what it sees on the movies. Like, they're pretty small.
Because he was still talking. He was like, "What was I
wounds.
shot with?" He was
they're
like, "What was I
pretty
shot-"
small.
Oh, was that
wounds.
him? The guy he lost to, or was that somebody else?
The black dude was the first one to get shot because that's the one that had the laser beam on it. But when they cut to the actual game, you can hear him say, "What is he shooting me with?"
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't know if that was the dude that it was first.
Right, because it's probably shock that set in too.
Right,
but it's
right,
not
right.
like I said, it's not like you get shot with a gun and you get blown back
Yeah,
and those
no.
shit like that. It's just
You drop.
it's a small wound that internally is what kills you. So,
But no, it's
No,
crazy.
it's
It's crazy altogether, and like it's sad that now, like, I remember niggas used to turn the game off when they lost. So the fact
I
that
slammed my controller. I
You slam
broke
your
my
controller,
fucking controller.
right,
Right,
you turn the game
2K.
off.
Like, that should be cheating.
right, but
Shit.
now the fact that niggas is taking it to a level of they're to the extreme just shows
What do you
like
think?
the fucking privilege.
What
bro.
do you
It's
think
crazy.
about the media plagiarizing? Oh, here comes the mental illness card. It's the
Yeah,
first card
that's the
that
first thing they do is the mental illness card. Once they find out his race is, he had mental issues, instead of him just being a fucking
Piece of shit.
a piece of shit that just took a
Couldn't
loss
take
the
it.
wrong way and decided to do that.
Yeah.
He was, let's absolve him of all that because he has mental issues. But if that happens with any person of color, they're a thug. It's because his father wasn't in the house.
Not even that he was a thug, it wouldn't be brought up. Like,
Yeah.
when was the last time you saw a fucking gangbanger get arrested or get, commit a murder or anything like that, and they bring up his mental issues or his past or what he's been through in his life and how his life could have affected his future or to this current moment? It's never even considered because you are
his parents divorced. And
yeah,
all that
you
other
bring
shit.
it. You show the niggas mugshot. Fast forward to when he gets sentenced, get his 20 years, and you never hear from him again. There's never this deep dive of his family being
Why did he
divorced
do
and
this?
and how he was quiet and all
brought
this
us
other
to
shit.
this?
Yeah,
because
it
they
was
don't
just-
give a fuck.
No, I mean it's because
Simple enough.
it's a narrative that they're trying to
You have to
spin.
follow. If it's a black
the demons
person.
are the persons of color,
Yep.
and they do this because they're savages. White people do it because
It's
it's
a
a
underlying
chemical
reason.
imbalance.
It's a
you know what I'm
taboo.
saying? It's not their
something
fault.
went wrong that's outside the norm of what white people did, which is
Right.
Humans, but they try to say what humans do. But at the end of the day, it's very sad that you can't even play video games and do a tournament. And the Madden tournaments and the Madden leagues are fairly new. So the fact that they're doing that, this is how it is not kicked off, but this is going to be that gray cloud around it is just. It's crazy, but I don't got no love for EA anyway. They getting sued and shit because of the shit that they.
Yeah, but
pull.
the Kaepernick shit.
oh they took his name.
So I mean, they not having a good year right now. So
Nah,
I never played
nah.
Madden really. I'm a
I
2K
played
guy.
it a lot growing up, and then I just stopped. It started getting phony. It started getting like $60 for roster updates.
Do you
The
remember
same
NFL
shit.
Blitz?
I remember Blitz. I
Blitz
never
was
played
my
Blitz
shit.
like that.
Blitz was
Austin
my
was
shit.
big on NFL 2K.
Yeah, 2K was. I was the first. I was like one of the first people. Was like 2K is going to be
The
the shit,
And it was
It's-
$20, which
and it was
helped too.
20. Yeah, it was $20. It was an actual good game. But they need to bring that shit back for football. So
Well, man,
They
has
had
that license
basketball.
on it.
yeah, I thought that was supposed to.
They renewed it, from
Son
what
of
I
a
understand. I mean,
bitch,
because
assholes.
Ben came back.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think 2K's killing basketball so much they don't need
the
football.
shit, yeah.
They don't
No.
need nothing. No, they just killing basketball.
Don't dip into NFL if you already got the NBA on lock, and that's the game to everybody. But I think people are fading away from Madden anyway. But yeah, 2K is like a holiday when that shit come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Hood religion.
I guess just to wrap it up.
I don't
no
wrap
pun
it up.
intended.
I don't know what
No
you're
pun
talking about. I don't even
intended.
know what that means.
Yeah, right.
Fantasy football season is upon us. Mike is my fantasy football partner in crime. Like
First of
we've been
all-
doing this shit for how long?
Nigga, wow. And my name is not Mike doing fantasy football. It's the Guru.
The boo boo.
No, it's the Guru.
Yeah, because your teams be some shit.
Because I see it and I achieve it, nigga. And I lead people to
I have
the
more
mountaintop.
championships than you do.
That's a fucking lie. That's a damn lie.
So what are your thoughts on fantasy football so far? We've done a couple drafts. We've been doing this for about
At least 10 years. Like 10 years?
Nah, maybe like 7 years.
At least, I know.
Because it was after Miami and all that stuff. You know, once
yeah,
we
that's
started
true.
moving to I would
Nigga,
say around
that's like-
7 years.
Trying to avoid it.
We've been doing this fantasy shit.
We get like
Learned a
10,
lot.
12 10, 12 teams every year. Every time I tell somebody how many teams we have, they're like, nigga, how the fuck do you do that? It's like, because I'm the guru.
Right, we'd just be bored and just have an app and can swipe and
Yeah.
I mean, because you're
It's
only
fair.
really on fantasy football like
Monday, Tuesday.
yeah, exactly. Monday, Tuesday, you already set your lineups and then you watch them play and then you just redo it. Like
And I'm pretty proud of my record.
I would go fucking crazy if I had one team and it was a shit team. Can you imagine there were a terrible team all year long, just watch
Yo.
them fail? Like, nah, I need like 10, 15 different options.
The bar I go to, that's right next to my house. We had a fantasy draft, and when I tell you this nigga set the fantasy draft for like the Tuesday after game 1 of the preseason, I'm like, nigga, what the
Amateur. I don't draft.
Amateur move.
I don't draft anytime after the third preseason game because after everybody's been injured, you kind of see what the rookies looking like. You see
Exactly.
who's playing, what they look like for
who's
the most
about
part.
to pop? Who's on? Who's
Yeah,
like
you see
on-
who's
on
getting
the
hot.
bubble,
Like,
yeah.
like right now, I'm not saying you should draft a rookie quarterback, but for preseason game 1, you wouldn't know that Sam Darnold would have been as good as he would have been, or RG3, or who
Or-
else is having a good preseason?
Wilkins from the rookie running back for the Colts. He just got to start now, and he was looking really good in preseason.
Right,
Like
so
you
stuff
don't
like
know
that. You gotta let
shit.
shit play out. You don't fucking draft first game of the season.
I
That's
text
rookie
him like, hey, yo,
mistake.
that's draft is too early. Don't hit shit back.
That's like the niggas that would draft the Seahawks defense in the second round. When they was popping and shit.
Nigga pick a kick. Oh, Justin Tuck gonna get a lot of points. No, nigga, he's not.
Right.
It really is. That nigga, when I was playing.
Not in the
that-
first
steady.
fucking round. You
He's-
get it.
He's steady. I always go kickers. I go kickers before I fill my bench out, just
I
because
used
you
to get
know
Justin-
they're gonna be
I used
solid.
to get Justin
You wanna-
Tuck when we didn't have when I knew Flacco was the only quarter because I knew at the end of the day we want to drive, get to field goal range, fizzle the fuck out, and Justin
Right,
Tuck is gonna
right,
get
right.
But
going.
if you drafting for a fantasy football team, you either you need to fill the wide receiver and running back spots like first because they're your most productive
Do you
positions.
know what a wide receiver is? Because you draft just straight running backs. That's all you do is draft running backs,
That's why I got
and
more
that's why
rings
your
than you.
Freevis be. That's not true.
That's why I got more rings than you.
Why did the Sinestas fantasy?
I'm Bill
league-
Russell. You Carlos
Your
Boozer.
to let you guys know, I was in Mike's his works fantasy
Nigga,
league,
nobody cares about
and I would
Nigga.
win.
You won once.
I won like 3 times.
I won twice.
And then it collapsed after my last win.
Nigga, we playing again this year. The
At
draft
your
is
new job.
actually Friday. I mean, Wednesday.
All right, I'm gonna take all your money too for that. But just to wrap up, just to close out for you guys, what are you guys doing for this weekend?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Fucking working. That's about it. Preparing for the season. Game
Working
1 is the
on-
week
yeah,
after
right.
next.
Everybody
Niggas is
working?
boring. Yeah.
Oh damn!
got
I guess I'm the
Saturday.
only one with plans this weekend.
Fuck you doing?
I have the boys this weekend, so we're going to the state fair.
Did
not
you get
worth
paid?
it,
You
bro.
get. You got
I got
paid.
paid this week, so
All right,
we can actually get on
not-
rides
it's not
and
worth
eat.
it.
No, but rent due, nigga. It's the 20.
It's $20.
It's the 31st.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
It's
facts.
$20 and y'all won't get on shit.
We'll do enough. You know,
You
we can
gotta
finesse
spend
it, and you ain't gotta be there
$100.
all day. You ain't gotta be there all day. It's just enough for them to get some stuff that Jalen wants stuffed
And
animals.
then you got to pay for Jalen too, by the way.
No, I always
You better
get free
tell that
tickets.
nigga. You better tell that nigga. Tell him that.
Nigga, you got a
Well,
lot.
he
When
the
I tell
top-
you I
no,
was
not
like
Jalen,
at
he'll
Golden
say it.
Corral, I was carrying my little sister till she was like 13 years old.
Yeah,
like,
man.
nah, she's 5.
Yeah, man. Like,
Big as hell.
She's got a hormone imbalance. She's big as shit. But I'm going to the state fair. I'm probably taking him to the movies, practicing more football with Jalen. I'm actually next Thursday, I'm going to Nolans.
No, when the fuck you going? Really?
I'm going to Nolans for the bachelor party.
Never
Never been to a bachelor party.
Wait till my bachelor party.
You're never getting married.
That's very true. That might be.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. This is me and Mike been to New Orleans a long time ago. So this will be my this is maybe 2009. So we're going back. I'm going back again. See how it's changed. Going back on some more of a grown man type shit. I don't know if it's a bachelor party, but I don't know if I'm gonna be on that frat boy drink.
Nigga, you gonna get fucked up into something. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, if you going to a
You definitely
bachelor
are.
party, it's
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know.
You definitely are. You ain't got to drive nowhere.
But these
shit like
niggas
that.
are like professional dudes. Like,
Oh, they
not
get
to
the
say they
bus
can't
fucked
let
up.
loose, but they being like suited up. I don't know
Hey.
what they turn up game is like.
Somebody gonna have some lines, some bumpies.
Oh yeah, I mean we gonna get the bachelor. He gonna be all right. We gonna make sure
You gonna get him
enjoy-
right?
gonna be
Oh, shout out your
alright.
man to shout him out that's getting married.
He don't know the nigga.
I
He
do
just
know the
going to
nigga.
his
Shout
bachelor
out to
party.
my nigga Sean.
That was a long ass though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because I
saying,
didn't know
man.
if I should mention his name or not.
The nigga's getting married. Why wouldn't you?
Congrats.
Shout out to Sean.
Somebody not supposed to know that Sean getting married?
I thought we was talking about the bachelor party.
Oh, all right.
But shout out to Sean and congratulations
Fuck.
on the marriage. Beautiful wife. I've met her as well, Jay.
I bet you comment on her picture though.
I actually took a picture with her.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking
Took a
about.
whole picture with her.
Right.
We was on my.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
damn
Yeah,
shame.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
This is before they were married.
That shit don't.
Sean took the picture. She was cool.
It be your own nigga.
It be the niggas that's closest to you and shit.
That's all we got for you
Your
guys.
replacement is right beside you the whole time and shit.
Any outro?
I got an outro. What's your outro?
Hey, yo, fuck y'all, we out.
That's it.
Nigga, redo that shit.